Hello guys, welcome to Solving Solutions, your number one channel where I get solutions to all your solving problems. It's 9th Avenue in class again today. How have you been? On today's tutorial, we are going to show you how to use ChatGPT to produce an interactive map. So we have written a prompt. So we are going to use this prompt to instruct ChatGPT to produce a map that shows 20 renewable energy projects we have in the world. Now, one thing to note is that when you're using AI tools, you should be very concerned about the prompt that you are going to use to instruct the tool, because the better your prompt, the better your output, right? Good. So that's why we have these instructions written that we are going to use on ChatGPT. Now we are going to copy and paste on ChatGPT. Good. Now there are a few tools that you need to note. We have the add photos and files, search the web, think before responding, get detailed report, visualize everything, and then collaborate, right? Good. Now we are going to turn on search the web, and then we're also going to turn on think before responding so that they can enhance what the output that ChatGPT is going to give to us, because when it searches the web, it will be able to see more recent information, and when it also thinks before responding, the chances are higher that our results will be more refined. So having done that, let's click on run. Good. So we have below is a concise summary of the world's 20 renewable energy projects by installed capacity, following a self-contained Python script using Folium that plots an interactive world map, right? Good. So markers are color-coded by energy type and saved as what? HTML file. So this is a list of the top 20 renewable energy projects. And then we now have what the Python script. Now they said we are going to import Folium. So if you don't have this particular library installed, you are going to see how to install it very soon. Now these are the codes, and then we have the comment for color mapping by type. Let's see the first comment. Okay, data for the top 20 projects, right? Good. So you can see the name, you can see the continent, you can see the type, you can see the year, the capacity, you can see the coordinates in lat and long, right? Good. So this actually a list of what the project, right? Then we come down to the color mapping. Then we now come to the mapping itself, where it uses Folium to display the map. Then we have what the adding of the markers, and then we have saving as what HTML file. So you've seen rightly that we are instructed to install the Folium if needed using what? Pip install Folium. So we are going to use Windows Arrow if you're using a Windows device, and then we are going to run the command prompt, right? Good, using CMD. Then when it's up, we go with pip install. We have Folium, right? Then we hit enter. Okay, it has already been installed. So if yours has not been installed, you can use this procedure the same way to install it. The next thing is for us to copy the script and then paste on what our IDLE. So we are using Pythons. So we just open that up, and then we try to create what a new file. Then we paste the script that we have copied there, and then before we run, we need to save it so that we can run it. So we go to file, save as. So let's call it renewable energy projects in the world, right? Good. So that's REPW, and then we save. Having done that, we can now run the model. Good. So we can now check our folder to see the HTML file. So we have renewable energy projects underscore map. Let's open that up. Good. So we can now see the different markers that shows the different projects, right? Good. So let's see, if we click on any, we can see the name of the project, the type, the capacity, and the year it was commissioned, right? Good. So that's in the UK. If we click on this is in Mexico. It's a geothermal. If we click on this is in India, right? Good. So that's solar. If we click on this is hydro, right? Good. It's in China. Now there are a few things that we can still add here. We can add a title and then also a legend that helps us to understand the color codings of our markers. So if we come back to ChatGPT and then ask it to include a legend and a title, let's see how that goes. Good. So we are prompting it to include a title and a legend, and then also label each of the projects by their name, right? Good. So now let's see how that outputs. So it reads, here is an updated Folium script that adds a title at the top of the map, a legend color coding each energy type, and then a label for each marker by the project name, right? Good. So this is an updated version of our script. You see how easy it is now because it takes away the burden of maybe you try to debug your script. Sometimes you might have to debug. However, it's a bit faster and then, somewhat efficient, right? Good. So if it has completed the script, we can actually copy it. Good. Notes on the addition, title injected, and then this is the label and then the legend, right? Good. So run in your Python environment after pip install Folium Branca and open. Good. So what will happen is that we need to install this particular Python library again. So we come down here, we copy that, we paste, and then we see how that goes. So that has been installed successfully, right? So we can now copy the new script. You see why it's actually very important to scroll through the old stuff to see if there are new updates that require your attention before you run the script. So we do Ctrl A, we delete that, and then we paste. We are going to save this as a second version. So let's have this as 2. We save that and then we run. Good. So we can actually check our folder. Okay, so we have renewable maps with legend. So that shows that it's the new one. Okay, the legend is there. However, it's still okay. It's included it when you hover the mouse around each of those projects. So now let's see if we click on it. Okay, it still displays the information we need. So you can see how ChatGPT can help make your work faster when you prompt it very well. We have the legend that shows blue as hydro. So if we click on any of the blue here, it's supposed to be hydro. We have yellow to be solar. So if we click on any of the yellow here, it's supposed to be solar. Good. Then we have green to be wind. So if we have any of the greens here, that's wind. And then we have is it red to be geothermal, right? Good. So if we click on any of the red, that's geothermal. So you see how you can use ChatGPT to produce an interactive map using the prompt that you would have generated to instruct it to produce the script for your task. So we hope to see you on the next tutorial. You can explore and then exploit more of the functionalities of these powerful AI tools. We are going to see you on the next tutorial. Ensure you keep staying safe and have a fantastic time. Bye.